Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another week of Total Body Strength. I have some fun things planned for you guys today. So, my name is Jazzy, and I'm
Uh-oh.
going to be leading you through the workout if you didn't already know who I was. So we're gonna be doing I have two different circuits for you guys today. So we're gonna start off with the first one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna repeat that for 5 minutes. And then we'll move on to the next exercise and we'll do that 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 5 minutes. So we'll get about 10 rounds of each one, and then we'll do a third one, and then we'll move on to some more core exercises. So I'll show you guys what we have coming up here. So you're just going to need a set of dumbbells, and you can get as heavy or as light as you would like. I definitely recommend 5 to 10 pounds for this one because we might start off pretty strong, but we're probably going to get a little bit tired as we move through the workout. So this first one we're going to do is we're going to do squat to press. So we're going to have the dumbbells right at the shoulders, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to squat down. We're going to squeeze the glutes, press up. So we're using that momentum to help us push the weight overhead. So we'll do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 5 minutes. And then we're going to move on to an RDL and then into a row. And if you would like, you can add a tricep extension to that as well. But if it's too much movement there, we can just stick to an RDL and row. So we're going to have feet shoulder width apart, push the hips back. When we get to the bottom, our chest is going to be parallel with the ground. We're going to bring the weights towards our belly button, pulling back with our armpits here, and then you can extend back, get a little tricep workout in there, and then back down and then stand back up. So that was a lot, so I'll go through it really quickly again. So we'll go into an RDL, chest parallel with the ground, squeeze through the armpits, pull those elbows up, and then extend through, straighten the arm, and then back down, and then squeeze the glutes and come back up. So that's gonna be the second thing. And then the last thing, we're gonna do reverse lunge with a bicep curl. So we're gonna alternate between each leg. So you'll step back, and then as you stand up, go into bicep curl, step back and curl. So from the other angle, we're gonna step back and curl and step back and curl up. So that's gonna be our main circuit today. And then the other circuit, we're gonna go through and do we're gonna do dead bugs. So we're gonna be on the ground here on our backs, legs in the air, feet in the air, extending, opposite arm, opposite leg here, back on the ground, core engaged. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll do single leg lowering, so feet in the air, alternating, bring one leg down, squeeze the core, come back up, down, squeeze the core, come back up. So then we'll do that and those two, and then the last thing we're gonna do is a plank. So we'll roll over onto the other side. You can either be on your elbows or on your hands, whichever's more comfortable. We're just gonna hold that. And again, we're gonna do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and we're gonna go through that 3 times through. Um, so instead of 5 minutes, we'll only do a minute and a half to 2 minutes each. Oh, sorry, I lied. We're doing 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off on that one. My bad.
Goodness.
Um,
Thanks,
sorry.
Jackie.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our warm up real quick. So we're gonna start on the ground in a half kneeling position, and we're gonna do our hip flexor hamstring stretch. So we're gonna have one leg up in front, the other knee is gonna be on the ground, and we're gonna push the hips forward, squeezing the glute of the knee that's on the ground, keeping our core tight, back flat. And we get into that nice stretch. We're gonna raise our arm above our head, keeping that glute squeeze in the back. We should feel that stretch in the front of our hip. And then we're gonna rock back and get a nice hamstring stretch in here. So toes to the air or the ceiling, whatever you like to call it. Getting a nice stretch to the back of our leg. And then we're gonna come back into that hip flexor stretch. So tilt the pelvis, push and the hips forward, reaching overhead, glute is squeezed. And we're gonna go back into that hamstring stretch. Breathing into any tightness we have today. And we're gonna do one more each way. So going back to hip flexor. So tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glute, reaching the arm overhead, and back into that hamstring stretch. Nice big deep breaths. Really getting our muscles warmed up here. We're going to switch over to the other side now. So other knee on the ground, other knee is going to be up, and we're going to push the hips forward, squeeze the glute of the knee that's on the ground, reaching the hand above head, feeling that stretch right on the inner part of our hip. And we're going to rock back into that hamstring stretch. So bringing our body as close to the leg or the knee as we can. And back into hip flexor. So tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glute, reaching the hand overhead. Feeling that stretch in the front of our hip. And back into hamstring. Getting as close to our knee as we can. And last one, hip flexor. Squeezing that glute. It's going to help us get the most stretch in the front of our hip. And rocking back into our hamstring. All right, so we're gonna go ahead now and we'll release out of that. Let's go ahead and make our way to standing. I'm gonna try and fix my camera real quick. Okay, I'm gonna move that back. See if that helps the lighting. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do some arm circles. We're gonna do forwards and then backwards. So we're gonna make nice big circles coming forwards, getting those arms warmed up. We're doing quite a few arm exercises today. And then we're gonna go backwards. Make them as big as we can. Feeling the stretch. And then we're gonna hug the world. We're gonna hug yourself, hug the world, hug yourself. Get those arms nice and warm. And then you can stretch out anything else you need to. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. So remember, we are doing, for this first one, we're doing 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And then we're gonna do that for 5 minutes. I may or may not regret the timing of that, but hang tight here. So we're gonna start off with squats and presses. So we're getting our dumbbells ready. We're gonna hold our dumbbells right at our shoulders. And we got 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We're gonna start the timer here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we have our dumbbells right at our shoulders. And we're squatting down and then we're pushing up. So we're using that momentum, squeezing the glutes, squeezing those shoulders, pressing the weight directly above our heads. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. We got 10 seconds. First one's always easy. And then 3, 2, 1. So weights at the shoulders, squatting down, squeeze the glutes, come up. It helps if you exhale as you lift the weight above your head. Make sure we're not pausing either at the bottom or the top. It's gonna make it a little bit harder here. 3, 2, 1. Taking a rest. Great job, you guys. And 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds goes by real quick. Want to make sure we're getting as low as we can to that squat, letting the knees track past the second toe, using that momentum. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Right. Pull my leggings up. All right. 3, 2, 1. First one down. Pressing up. Squeeze the glutes. Use the shoulders. Good job, you guys. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. And we're resting. 3, 2, 1. Almost halfway there, you guys. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Like squeezing those glutes. Keeping our back flat, core tight. 3, 2, 1. We're resting. All right, you guys, we're halfway there. 3, 2, 1. We're back at it. Squatting down, pressing up. Oh no, it ended. Great job, you guys. Keep pushing. Push the ground away from you as we come up from the squat. 3, 2, 1. We're resting. Whew. I was cold. Now perfectly toasty. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those glutes. Use the momentum, keeping that core tight. Move on. Heel, big toe, little toe, pushing the ground away from us as we come up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're almost there, you guys. I know I keep saying that, but I really mean it because we do get one a little bit closer every time. 3, 2, 1. Sure, not forgetting to breathe. Just help if we exhale on the way up. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. We got 2 more to go. And then we'll take a little rest, get some water, and then we'll start back up again. 3, 2, 1. Last 2, you guys. Squatting down. Pressing up above head. Three, 2, 1. All right, you guys. Last rest period. We got 1 more to go. Then we'll take a little rest and get on to our RDLs. 3, 2, 1. Squatting and pressing. Last one. I know we're feeling the burn. I know the shoulders are hurting. It's a good hurt. Using all our muscles today. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys, go ahead and take a rest. Get some water if you need it. And then we'll get started with that second circuit today, which is going to be our RDL to a row. And then if you would like to add that extension at the end of that row, feel free to add that in. I might do it a couple times, so I'm probably going to stop doing that. But if you want, a little tricep exercise, we can add that in there. But same thing, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We're RDL. Then we're going to pull towards us at the top, back down, and then squeeze the glutes and stand all the way up. All right. Starting the timer in 3, 2, 1. So we're holding the weights in front of us, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to come back, and then we're pulling towards us, back down, squeeze the glutes. So we're going down. Chest is going to be parallel with the ground. Squeeze the glutes, come up. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Great job, you guys. 3, 2, 1. So we're going back in RDL. So knees are staying bent. We're not bending at the knees. We're pushing the hips back. Weight is staying right along. We want our hands to run along the fronts of our thighs as we come down. Then we're squeezing through the armpit. 3, 2, 1. So when we are rowing, we want to make sure our shoulder blades are pinned down and back like we're cracking an egg with our shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. So we're coming down, rowing at the bottom, squeezing the glutes. So heel, big toe, little toe still on the ground here, pushing the ground away from us as we squeeze the glutes. We want to make sure we feel that stretch in our hamstring as we bend forward. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Whew, you guys are doing awesome. This one's a little bit easier than the squats or presses. 3, 2, 1. So slight bend in the knees, hips are going back. Want to close that door behind us with our butt, keeping our back nice and flat the whole time. So shoulder blades are pulled back, core is nice and tight. We're nice and tall here. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Great job, guys. Keep pushing through this. 3, 2, 1. We're building some nice overall back strength here. Getting our hamstrings, our glutes, our low back is getting worked a little bit. Our core is getting worked. We're working our upper back as well as our lats. So this is a nice posterior chain. 3, 2, 1. Good posterior chain workout. Here we got going. We're halfway there. You guys are doing awesome today. 3, 2, 1. I know with the winter time, it can be a little hard to get up when it's still dark, but you guys are killing it today. As always, make sure we're keeping that back nice and flat here. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Back at it. Make sure everything is nice and pulled back before we pull our elbows up. So we want to make sure we're bringing those hands towards the glutes and that we're not shrugging the weight up. So all the movement is coming from the middle of our back near our shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Want to make sure we're not rowing like this. We want to be rolling, pulling everything nice and back. 3, 2, 1. Make sure we're not forgetting to breathe here. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. We got 2 more of these. We'll take a quick rest, and then we got those reverse lunge with bicep curls. 3, 2, 1. Make Great job, you guys. Almost there. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. All right. 1 more to go. You guys are doing amazing. 3, 2, 1. Down, row. Squeezing those glutes. Feeling the stretch in our hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. And we're taking a rest. Oh man, okay. My legs are gonna be a little tired tomorrow. I don't know about you two. We got 1 more coming up. We got our reverse lunge with a bicep curl on the way up.
Now that's a jug of water right there. That's some water.
It's good for us. We need to hydrate, right? You know, that's smaller than the one I usually have. Well, that I used to have in the gym. This one's only 3 liters. I used to carry
That's
around
not as big as the one at the gym, right? The one at the gym was like a whole
a whole
arrowhead
gallon.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to carry that around, but this is easier for me to track now. So I just have my 3 liters. Drink 2 of them a day. Gotta hydrate. Okay. So it's our last circuit, you guys. Reverse lunge with that bicep curl at the top, doing 5 minutes worth. Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're stepping back, alternating each leg, and then when we push the ground away from us and we step up, that's when we're gonna bicep curl. So we're stepping back. We want all that weight in our front foot here. Making sure we're pushing the ground away from us. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. This one's gonna be a tough one for me. 3, 2, 1. So we're alternating, feet still. Keeping all that weight in the front foot. Great job, you guys. 3, 2, 1. We're taking a rest. Try and keep up with the same reps that you do each time. 3, 2, 1. So if you're doing 4 lunges on each leg, try and keep that pace throughout the whole time. So that way we're not rushing through, but we're getting a nice, good pace, because it's definitely going to get harder as we go through it and we get more tired. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. 3, 2, 1. We're lunging and curling. I made sure I put bicep curls in here today, and Betsy doesn't even come. Great job, you guys. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. 3, 2, 1. We're going again. Oh, the sun is starting to peek through. The sun is now awake. My favorite time of the day is the sunrise. 3, 2, 1. I don't know about you two, but I do love the sunrise. Symbolizes a new beginning. 3, 2, 1. We're more than halfway there, you guys. This is flying by. Hopefully, the more I talk, the easier it feels. 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. You guys are doing awesome as always. 3, 2, 1. We're stepping back, pushing the ground away from us, squeezing those biceps, bringing the weights up toward us. 3, 2, 1. We have 3 more left. And then we'll do a quick core circuit. 3, 2, 1. And then we'll cool down. And then we'll be done with this class. But I know I'm going to see you all again later on in the day. Gotta love Thursdays. I get to see you guys multiple times. It's wonderful. 3, 2, 1. All right, last 2. We're pushing through. We're staying strong here. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Keep pushing. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, last time through. Last movement. 3, 2, 1. Oops. Want to make sure that our weight is spread out across our whole foot. So heel, big toe, little toe. Knee is tracking out a little bit over that second toe. So the inside of the knee is on the second toe. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Go ahead and take a rest. Awesome job, you guys. We have just enough time to finish out with some core. So we're just going to go ahead and go through this one time through. That's all I have time for. So we're going to do dead bugs, 40 seconds. And then we'll do the single leg lowering, 40 seconds, and a 40-second plank. And then we'll cool down and we'll be ready to go for the rest of the day. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, didn't have my coffee there. Okay. So laying on the ground, getting ready for dead bugs. 3, 2, 1, and go. So hands in the air, knees in the air, opposite arm, opposite leg, extending and coming back to center. So we want to make sure that our low back is plastered into the ground. We are exhaling as we bring our knees to center. we feel our low back starting to come off the ground, we want to make sure that we don't want to get those legs as far down. We can kind of leave them up a little bit. Same thing if we're starting to feel it in the hips instead of the core. I want to make sure that we're pulling back in with our core. Oh, sorry. That was 40 seconds. Take a rest. We're getting ready. We're still on our back. Single leg lowering. We got a few more seconds to go. Legs are in the air. Low back is in the ground. 3, 2, 1. So we're alternating, lowering, exhaling, bringing those legs up. Great job, you guys. We want to have those legs as straight as we can. Feet are flexed, so heels are pointed towards the ceiling. Want to go nice and slow here. So I really start to feel it in my hips, and when I do, that's when I know I need to take it a little bit slower. We're crushing that apple right in our stomach, keeping that low back on the ground, exhaling as we lift our legs back up. And go ahead and take a rest, you guys. We got 20 seconds. Last thing we're doing today is that plank. So again, you can either be on the knees or on the elbows, whatever feels good for you today. I think I'm gonna go with the elbows today for me. That's what I'm feeling. 3, 2, 1. So we're on the elbows, nice and flat. Pelvis is tucked. We want our elbows to be under our shoulders, so that way our joints are stacked and all the pressure is not on our shoulder joints. Make sure we're not forgetting to breathe. Almost there. Keep holding, keep holding. No, it's getting hard. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whew. And that will bring us now to our cool down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and be on our hands and our knees. And we're gonna do a couple quadruped rocks here. So hands are under the shoulders, knees below the hips. And we're just gonna bring our glutes to our heels, feel that stretch, squeeze the glutes, and come back up. Do this a couple times. Let's go ahead and do 2 more here. And last one. Awesome. Last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and bring those glutes to the heels, walk the hands out, forehead, chin, or cheek to the ground for some child's pose. So we're gonna do 3 big breaths here. We're gonna inhale for 6, hold for 4, exhale for 10. We are calming our body down, getting our heart rate to lower. And we're gonna do 1 more big inhale. And a nice, long, slow exhale. We're gonna slowly return to either seated, kneeling, or standing, however you'd like to end this class. And that will be all for today's total body strength. Thank you so much for joining me. I love to see you all in here. I love to see you killing it. I will most likely see both of you later today for exercise with exos at 12. We do also have 2 stretch breaks today, one at 11 and one at 2:30 with Luis. But I will see you all later again today.